Alright, so welcome back and thanks for tuning in to another video. So today's video, I want to go over the number one most important thing we should do at the beginning of every lawn season, or you could do it at the end of the lawn season. But I wonder if you guys are taking a look at this one thing that can actually help you succeed this actual lawn season. So let's go over it right now, so stay tuned. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to show you guys the number one thing coming into every lawn season. What you should be doing is removing your current mower blade if you haven't already done it at the end of fall, and sharpen it or replacing it with a new blade. You want to make sure you're doing that every season. If you're mowing a lot, you probably want to sharpen your blade or keep an extra blade on hand, probably to swap it out maybe 2 to 3 times in a lawn season if you're mowing a lot. Normally I might do this process twice in the lawn season, because I cut maybe twice a week and I sharpen it up real nice. As long as you're not riding over twigs, rocks, or anything of that nature, two sharpened blades should do the trick for the lawn season. But you want to make sure you're sharpening your blade and not cutting with a dull blade, just for the fact that you don't want to rip at your new grass if you did a renovation, because the roots might not be strong enough, so you might be pulling it out the ground, or you might be tearing the top of your new grass or your current grass and leaving that brown tint over it, and you don't want that. If you worked hard on your lawn, you want your lawn to be nice, crisp, clean, green. You do not want that brown tear, the tips being all torn up and stuff like that. You don't want that. So you want to make sure you're sharpening your blades. Also, when you're cutting with a dull blade, you're opening your lawn up for a fungus, and you do not want that, because the fungus will destroy your lawn immediately. So we're going to go over how to sharpen the blade. It's a very simple process. Anyone can do it. All you have to have is a few of these tools and you're on your way. So let's go over it right now. Alright, so the process is very simple. So I got 2 pieces of wood here. I'm going to use this one to prop it up, prop up the lawnmower, basically like a kickstand. That's one. Then I got my other piece of wood here that I'm going to use on the side, and I'm going to put it right in between here. I'm putting this piece of wood here to stop the lawnmower blade from spinning as I try to remove it when I unscrew it. So that helps big time. So 2 pieces of wood lodged in right there is perfect. So now I'm using a 16 socket wrench to remove the bolt. Very simple process. And as you see, it's that simple. Old lawnmower blade, make sure you keep this piece, because this is like sort of like a washer to keep it in place. And always remember how you took your mower blade off. So now I know this side up, that's how it's gonna go back on. And make sure you keep your bolt in a safe place. You do not want to lose it. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how to sharpen it. As you can see, this is the old blade here, and it's very dull up here. So as you can see, I used the heck out of this blade last season and I didn't sharpen it. So now I'm gonna do that this year. But I do have a fresh blade. Now if you're using a fresh blade, I always like, before I put the fresh blade on, I don't know if you guys can see it, I like to take and sharpen this coating and remove it off of here, because for some reason when you get a new blade, they don't really feel as sharp. So I like to always remove that first layer of coating off the blade to give me a nice sharp blade. Now some people just take them, buy them like this and just pop them right back on, but me, I like to personally take that first layer off and kind of sharpen it up just a little tad bit sharp, just a little bit. Now, the way I sharpen my blades, I use this piece here. It attaches right to a drill. So if you have a drill, you can go in the store and buy this sander basically. And I've been using this for about 3 or 4 seasons. And it's just a very simple process. And this package came actually with a balancer. So it's a sander that attached to your drill, and a balancer once you finish sharpening your blade. And it ran me for, I think, about $8, $9 for the whole setup, minus the drill. So if you have a drill, you can use this and buy this piece. So just gonna attach it on there like that. And as you can see, this is how it works. And that's all you need. Make sure you always put your eyewear on, and I'm gonna show you how to sharpen the blade. All right, so very simple process. You're gonna get your blade. This is the front of the blade here. So when you put your blade back on, it's gonna be like that. So this is the part you want to sharpen. As you can see, mine is all dirty, rusted, and dull. So you can't do much with this this blade at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring it back to life. Very simple. You're gonna take the blade and you're gonna put the sharpener right between the sander, the grinder, and that white part here. Just use that, just like this, right in between there, if you guys can see it. And it's just like that. And then you're gonna just use your drill back and forth just like that. And you see, I started scraping off some of that and sharpening it. And it's very simple. You're just gonna put it right in there. Now you can sharpen the opposite side a little bit also, but this is the main side that you want to sharpen. But I always hit this side a couple times too. So now you get that crisp sharpened blade. And as you see here, just take a look at that. Now let's go ahead and get it done. Alright, so as you guys can see, I sharpened the blade, and this is how the blade is going to go back on the mower, this side up. Remember, the washer is going to go in here, and the blade is going to sit like this under the mower and is going to spin. So this is the side that needs to be sharp. Then you can sharpen the opposite side like I showed you, so you can have that nice acute angle, so you can get that razor sharp crispy cut. And this is the older mower blade. This one I had maybe, I want to say 2 seasons, but you can always bring them back to life. And then you just want to balance it just to make sure they're even on both sides, so you don't want it to get under the mower and be wobbly. So that's why they give you the balancer, and you put it right on the balancer. It ain't got to be totally perfect, but as you guys can see, it definitely is balancing here. So now you're all set to go. This is a very cost efficient way to keep your lawnmower blades sharp all season long. So if you're running a business, you can just pop one off, or even have the spare already sharp, ready to go. You know, if you're going to a shop, it might cost you $5 or $10 every time you go to the shop. So you know, this is a better way of keeping your own blades sharpened. And all it takes is a few tools that we already carry in our houses, you know, already. So it's a very simple process, but it's a good process to keep, a good habit to keep up with your lawn mower blades, because it's perfect for your overall lawn's health. A lot of people ignore that part of the lawn care. You wonder why you have problems with your lawn, catching funguses or looking kind of raggedy or teared at the top. it could be a lawnmower blade. So as you see, I resurfaced an older blade. That one's probably about 2 seasons old, but easily resurfaced and is ready to go again. So if I helped you out any way, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to keep up with the progress. And it's getting a little windy out here, but it's a beautiful day and I am going to get to mowing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next video. Take care.